Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. Have you ever woken up in the morning and gone, what did I do? Well, that was rash. Because if you haven't, I suggest looking at the last episode and then rejoining me here shortly after you having done that. Because in the last episode, I basically table flipped as a result of overthinking things, and also as a result of having far too many legacy tracks that actually just didn't make sense. Legacy routes, let's say, that didn't make sense. So I retired around 40 trains in total. I think about I don't know, 15, 20 different routes. And then I turned my attention to the track that was causing me so much woe. And you can see that I've put a couple of crossovers in here. These are all double slipped out of wazoo. I'm debating about pulling them back a little bit further, shortening them up, and then putting another set over here. I don't think that'll be necessary. But that should allow everyone to get to everywhere possible. And then I thought, hang on, you're overthinking this. There isn't 9 tracks, there are 8. So I've literally split them down the middle, 4 and 4. One lot going off to Krakow, the other lot going off to Shanghai. Easy, flipping peasy. Do we have a Shanghai route from Krakow? Yes, we do. So yeah, there we go. Arguably, I was just overthinking the whole thing and the solution was actually straightforward. Or not, as the case may be. Anyway, in today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding pretty much the entire flaming commuter network. Won't that be fun? It's going to involve a lot of new routes and an awful lot of trains, and I invite you to stick around. Okay, before we crack on, I've still got some remnants of the old world to contend with. We've got 3 trains that are stuck, and I'm not entirely sure why, other than, you've created a right mess here, because it's also jammed up the, totally jammed up the goods setup as well, which is, as you know, completely perfect. That's exactly what we like. It's chosen something of a creative route to get in, but I'm not entirely sure why that would be the case, because this is clearly the front runner. So unless there's someone stuck on here, okay, look, this one's stuck. Where are you trying to go? You're trying to go up there. Okay, well, you should be able to, unless, I'll tell you what if we were to fix things with signals? That'll move something, surely. There we go, there. Yeah, everyone's whistling now. They're all about the whistling. Yeah, okay, right, whistling is occurring, and maybe that will be enough. Really depends how long this train is compared to the amount of running space I've just given it. I'm not really giving it enough running space, but if everything can move, then maybe we can unclog all of this. I don't know, it's a bit optimistic on my part, but who knows. Meanwhile, where are you? Are you still No, you're going to a depot. I've heard there's one this way. All right, bye. Have fun. Or something, I suppose. You're still waiting for a free tree. You're waiting for a free path. Everyone's waiting for a free path. This whole idea about having one depot was ridiculously stupid. Hold on, we might be able to get another bit of movement here. Let's bang in another signal about there. There we go. I mean, as much as there is such a thing as too many signals, there is also not such a thing as too many signals. If you're running nice little short trains, because they can just hop from signal to signal and keep things moving. Because if things don't move, then this illustrious bank balance that I've got going on, it ain't going to last very long. And that will be problematic. Let's up the tempo a smidge and see if things settle down in the slightest. We're still running a couple of plucky steams going on out here, but I've decided to adopt a policy of profit equals survival. If you're making money, I'll leave you in place. If you're not, I'll take you out again, at least for the time being. Or at least until I fix the problems that I've got going on. And they are now numerous. Numerous are the problems that I have going on. You still have no clue, do you, dear boy? You've got no idea what you're doing and how you're going to get there. I suspect what you're trying to do is... I've no idea. I've genuinely no idea what it is you're trying to do. You're very much taking the scenic route, except you're not really taking any route at all now, are you? Where are you trying to go? I'm going to make this... Hold on, what's... Because the problem you've got here is all of these are flipping backing services. So you're going to be waiting for a jolly long time. In fact, you've been there for a couple of years already, so I would say it's already a jolly long time. Right, okay, you two are now completely snarled up, and you've broken everything else in the process. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to keep it on high speed in the hope that we manage to get some kind of rectification relatively swiftly. If I do this, it's cheeky, I know, but if I do that... No, you stop. You're going to make things worse. Right. No, hold on. Oh, for some reason he's got the go signal. Clearly it was the action on my part that led to that happening. I'm not entirely sure how, but there it is. If we stick another signal in there, maybe I suspect that will cause us problems down the line, but for now it will at least unclog some of this goods build-up that we've got going on, and I can show you something else that I did before everything just went to pot. Now, where did that idiot go? You, idiot. No, not you, the other one. Hello! Look, I can see a depot. Yes, it's not quite the same thing though, is it? I want you in the depot. I did put a turning line in there. I am, in fact, a genius. A savant, if you will, is what I am. And that will now sort itself out. So as soon as this joker can make a move, then we'll be going places. Right, you get sold. Okay. I don't think I made much money out of that, but at least it's not costing me money to run anymore. 486k. All right. Okay. Well, it could be worse. Right, and the other one's now made a move as well. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so this is gonna pull exactly the same maneuver. It's gonna come flying in, and everything will be peachy. I'll tell you, I've learned so much from doing this, from the Mega Junction and from all of the stuff I'm doing out near Barcelona. I am itching to do it all again, but better. Right, let us review a new arrival that you won't have seen yet. Here it is, look. Hello, say hello, new friend. So one of the other changes that I made was we've now got 3 trains instead of 2, with a slightly lower capacity and a slightly more modern locomotive running the international consumer goods bulk, because we really need that line ticking along at quite a rate. But there is a problem on this particular line, and the problem is, I believe, this signal right here. Because you're running multiple trains on here, I have had more than one occasion where I've had to manually unstick the trains, because you've had them just going head to head at the platform. Now normally this won't happen, of course, because the spacing will be such that it doesn't cause a problem. But when the spacing does cause a problem, you've got a problem. Anyway, yeah, bit of British Rail. Get that trundling along. Yes, of course it's using nappies. It has to. This series is not properly configured for dedicated trains. We're just going to have to wait until next time. You're now in the depot. Good. Right. In which case, you know what you can do? You can get flipping sold, and we can move on with our lives in a positive direction. Right then. I think there's one joker still out there somewhere. He's taking a very languid route to get to where he's going. But what I have done, and I've done this on a bit of paper, is I have drawn up a list of all the towns and how many passenger services are now stopping at them. The results are interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely interesting. See how there's no passengers waiting at Indianapolis, for example? That's because no trains stop at Indianapolis. There are no trains to Indianapolis anymore. They have all been cancelled, Indianapolis has been cast asunder. We won't bother using the new station. Construction's not possible. Maybe I'll try using the new station. Where are we? Flexible. I want high speed, please. 1990 buildings. If we make the roads shorter, will you do it without complaining? Go on, I'll give you one last chance before I decide I'm not going to upgrade it. Fine, be like that. Stay old school. See if I care. Right. So Barcelona is rocking one stopping service, and that's the commuter. Krakow is rocking one. Rill is rocking one, and Wellington. They all have one service only that stops at them, and I think more than one would probably be a good idea. So to start with, we'll go for Indianapolis. Now, I'm going to turn off quite a lot of gubbins here. Let's, is that, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll assume we know where the connection, no, hold on, you've got that one off. Let's have, stations, I don't want the goods. Just the, there you go, turn that off. No, it's also showing me what's waiting at the stations. All right, well, you're cancelled. Right, just the town names then. There we go. Right, so, oh, look at this. Isn't this clean and beautiful? We will assume that I can remember exactly where stuff goes at present. So, we got Sioux Falls, obviously, out to Indianapolis, and then through Krakow to Shanghai. What do we think about that? I think it's very similar to the Orient Express, which is one of the services that are still running. Here we go. So we go El Paso. Oh, in fact, you can look at it. There we go. El Paso, Indianapolis. No, El Paso. El Paso. You can say El Paso as many times as you like, mate. It's not Sioux Falls, which is what you were just talking about. All right, well, cool. We'll do that then. So, new line. Oh, how exciting. And now it's showing up all the passengers and goods and stuff again, which is splendid. So we go from Sioux Falls to Indianapolis to Krakow, yep, and then onwards to Shanghai. There we go. Hooray! We're getting new stuff turn up all the time, and who knows, some of those may see service relatively soon. And then from Shanghai, we go back to Krakow. I will pronounce this consistently. I'm near certain of it. And then Indianapolis. Now, this is undoubtedly going to be a service I had already, but now it's better. Okay. Double check what we've got going through here. That's all fine. Krakow has also got stuff going on in there. Let's see if this is sharing a route. It's not. It is. It is fine. Interesting. And they're both going the same way. Okay, well, where does green come in from? This will be the El Paso that we were looking at before. And interestingly enough, our first new route is one that is cannibalizing itself. Lots of good stuff going on down here, though. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Are you, though? Yeah, I am. I'm totally fine with it. Because I'm expecting to do a little bit of duplication of effort. So this is I don't know, Sioux, yeah. Well, that's a start. Sioux Falls. Let's just do this, Shanghai. Put an H in there. There's a good lad. Shanghai. Sorted. Right. Good. Okay, I'm writing it down on my list. Indianapolis now has one. Congratulations. Sioux Falls now has 3, and Shanghai now has 3. Krakow has 2. Okay, good, marvelous. Let's deploy something on that so that we don't deploy everything all at once and end up waiting forever. And it does suddenly dawn on me that maybe I need an electric depot. Certainly can't rule it out. Right, buy trains. Okay, well, let's have a review of what we've got here. It's going to be diesel or electric. Actually, you know what I'm going to run? I'm going to run the Alco on this. Do we want to run it with a PB as well? It ups the cost. But by how much? Let's have a look. It is 1.5 a year versus 750,000 a year. Now, obviously, with the power booster, you're going to get up to speed a little bit quicker. Yes. And it looks better. Right. But we would like it to be profitable. It'll be profitable. All right, buy one of those. And then passenger car. All right, okay. These do 188. So something that will get close to that. Streamliners will do 193. They are flaming ancient by this point. We got the aluminum lightweight, which will do 225. Goodness me. They're pretty speedy. Although we are running New York Central, so we should probably stick with that, shouldn't we? Okay, right, 200 kilometers an hour is absolutely ideal. We'll go with this. It's available from 1947. Have we got anything a little more, I don't know, modern? Given that it is, 1971. We could run the West Rail West Fleet here, which is brand spanking new. Designed based on the earlier Metroliner electrical unit. Or the Amtrak Heritage Coach Phase 1. Yes. Someone is going to start yelling the second I mention this. That does 180 versus the 188 of the loco. Do we mind that? No, we'll take it. Yeah? Is it going to look right? I don't think it is. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes I'm just not that bothered about getting it right. Really? Oh, this is news to me. We'll go with these. I think those will look better. 1 and 2. Yeah. Okay. How many more do you want? Let's say a passenger capacity of 140 would be desirable. Ooh, beefy. So another, flipping heck, another 8. You serious? No. Yes, you are serious. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beefy train. Especially since you're going to want 3 of them, given the distance they're covering. We might not be able to do all of this in one shot, Anyway, this is Sioux Falls, and it's going to Shanghai. Sioux Falls to Shanghai. Go. Shall we watch it coming out, children? Yes, we will. Right. Okay. Come on in. But we're going to want to deploy a few more than this. There you go. Turn off some of the noises. I'll tell you what. While we're in the area, let's get some of this on the go. No, we're not electrifying. We might need to later on, but I want to be selective. You know what? I've chosen wisely, haven't I? Okay, good. Arguably there's some golden age of going in here as well. Thank you, autosave. Good to see you. Nice to have you aboard. Where were you when we crashed the other week? No, don't answer. No, I'm over it. I'm certainly not going to remember that forever. Yeah, I am. This is me demolishing the slow down section. We've all had our fun. It's been lovely, but now I need to get things moving. We're all about hustle and progress in the hard charging dawn of the information age, and therefore we're gonna invite our trains to motor. Right, there we go. 10 coaches. Actually, this makes it look like a proper train. Little tiddly trains often don't look like proper trains. They look like little tiddly trains. Good. Okay, right. What's next on my hit list? Well, we've still got plenty of spare platforms at Sioux Falls. Where else would we like to go? Here's the main line, look. That's which is also sporting 10 cars. Which I've definitely chosen wisely. And this heads all the way up to Vancouver. Right, so what we need is one that goes to Brussels, taking in the sights and the smells of El Paso along the way. Okay, right, well, let's plan it out. Let's have a look. See, we've got nothing running up that side of the line at the moment. Okay, action stations. Here we go. Sioux Falls, evidently, for it is he. And then up to the Paso. Yep, we're going to want to up the tempo on some of these tracks, I think. And then, hold on, do we have a choice? No, you don't. So get over it and just motor on the way you laid the track out in the first place. You clever soldier. And then to Brussels. Okay, that's where things are going to get exciting unless you do something clever. All right, clever you say. Do we want to terminate at Brussels, or do we want to come back via Indianapolis, thereby creating a beautiful loop, and then make another loop that goes the other way? Oh, really? What is it with you and loops? Yeah, all right, we'll do that. Indianapolis, Brussels to Indianapolis, because nothing says I really don't want to make any money more than running a route like that. Look, if we went as the crow flies, we'd be there in 20 minutes. But instead, you're going to go all the way around the outside of Krakow, and everyone's going to go, what's he flipping playing at? And then he's going to go, why are you going that way? That doesn't even make any sense. Brussels here, Indianapolis there. Why is it coming up the track this way? Oh, I've got something wrong up here. Yeah, we'll just have to send it through a different platform. Brussels, platform, different one. Which do we reckon's an upstream? What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try platform 6 and see how you get on. Yeah, now you're even more confused, aren't you? Well, you know, get used to it. Brussels and then back to Sioux Falls. Right. So somewhere in that new junctioning that I built up, I completely made a hash of all of the pathing around there. Freaky. Okay, so you're coming out this way. You're now on the... I don't even know. Why would you do that? This is most perplexing. Right. Yeah, you've gone... They all have an obsession. This new 5th track that I've built, they're all completely nuts for it. They all go like, oh, look at the track. Oh, it's a very exciting track. I want to have a go on that one. Tell you what, try doing that. Yeah. Still doing it wrong, though, aren't you? El Paso, out of Brussels. You should be coming the other way. Why are you not coming the other way, though? I mean, presumably this is a route that works, because I'm pretty certain I've done it before. And don't get me wrong, it's on the right side of the track, but I just don't understand what it's playing at. You should be on the other side of the track coming this way before heading back into Sioux Falls. But no, you decided to do something utterly bananas. And then, I mean, look, we end up hitting El Paso 3 times. Okay, well, maybe it's the junction at Brussels. Maybe it happens before then. Maybe, just maybe, I should just get on with it. Right, okay, let's kill off Brussels, and then let's also kill off Indianapolis, and then let's just watch this and see what happens. Now, it's going 2-way on there, and that's okay, because we're going to fix that in a minute. Right, we've come this far. Now, I'm pretty certain you can make it as far as this tunnel. Okay? I've got very high levels of confidence in you. And then after doing so, I'll tell you what, I'll even invite you to take this signal here as a waypoint. Don't worry about being able to connect the stations. That will come. Don't worry. And then you're going to come through here. And then we've got this junction, which will allow you in on... My goodness me. I built this junction in the bad old days. The bad old days of, wait, hey, no problem. Just smash it all in there. Coming over here. Right, now you've chosen an unusual platform there. How do you feel about 6? Okay, you feel good about 6. All right, that's good. And then, after you've finished at 6, does 6 go anywhere? Well, look, yes, it does. Gracious. And then it goes up here, and you can still stay on this side. But I'll tell you what, just for you, I'm going to put another signal in as a waypoint. Okay? Oh, look. I've turned everything pink. And then after doing that, we're gonna rock around here, and I'd quite like you on this outside track. Okay? Now, because you don't really want to use that outside track, I'm going to give you just the smallest amount of encouragement. And we'll use this signal right here as another waypoint. There you go. See, you're doing it now. There you are. And you see, you've gone, oh, that's the end of the line. No, no, no. Because you're coming around here on the penultimate track as we look from left to right. Which means you're on this one. You can stay on that one. And then, providing that's a slip junction there, which I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. Because this is me we're talking about. Then, keep coming along here. And just so you know that you're going the right way, I'm going to set you this one as a waypoint. There you go. Clever, clever beast. And then you can come into here to Indianapolis, and you can't make it back to Sioux Falls. Okay, right. Now then. Well, that's an entirely different kettle of monkeys. So if you came out here onto this one, and it's all because you decided on your own. I didn't interfere with this. This was all you, Sunshine. You decided that you wanted to come into that platform. Well, let me tell you, you can't. And now it's broken. All right, try 4. Nope, that's not it. Try 6. There you go. Except now you can't get to Brussels. You're going to have to go back again on yourself, and then you won't have a problem with all those signals. It may have taken me a little while to get there, and I apologise for the patronising tone I've taken with you, dear train. We will now work to resolve the situation. So going from 6, you can't do 6. You could do 5. Right. Okay, so once you get to it, it means that Indianapolis is off the menu. Frankly, no, unless it isn't. Unless you come from Indianapolis and you hit Sioux Falls again. I don't need you on 5 though. That's the message to take away from this. You could come in on 4. How do you feel about 4? You don't feel great about 4. What do you feel about 3? Can't even see 3. And this is assuming I'm looking at it the right way. Try 7. There you are, look. Alright, I don't like 7. Is anyone else using 7? No one else is using 7 at the moment. Try 6. There you go. It's because I was reading left to right wrong way. Okay, and then after you've done that, head back out to Indianapolis. Right. Okay, now we're in business. Head back out to Indianapolis. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then back round to Brussels, which means that I'm also not making a loop, which makes me very happy because loops are where madness lie. Back to El Paso, and then back into Sioux Falls East on 5. So you actually get to play with 2 platforms there. Look at all of that for a level of excitement that you have not previously witnessed. Okay, magnificent. That's all looking grand now. Oh, crikey. Okay, so what do we call this? We would call it a boomerang because that's what it's doing. Sioux Falls, but we won't. Where's its furthest most reach? Brussels, I guess. Sioux Falls, Brussels. Okay, good. No, I'll add it to the scoreboard. Brussels, extra 1. Yep. Sioux Falls, an extra 1. Yep. So Brussels now 3. Sioux Falls 4. El Paso now 4. This is good. Indianapolis now 2. Splendid. Good. Excellent. Let's bang some trains on it for the love of everything lovable. Bye, trains. Now then, what do we want to stick on this one? Because we still want to keep up with the Americans here before. Well, there's Nohab. 120, bit slow, isn't it though? Isn't it a bit slow? No, it is a bit slow. What about GP9? I know it's a flipping freight train. I know that. Again, and it's even slower. We could do the Alco in a different livery. Why not? I know just how popular they are stateside in terms of just how commonplace they were. What about the New Haven? Let's go New Haven with this one. We went New York last time. We'll do New Haven this time. Or should we go Bluff Old Traditional? Nah, let's go New Haven. Right, okay, do that. Bang some passenger cars on it. Now, we went with the New York Central. We're going to go Chesapeake on this one, even though it doesn't quite match. Although New Haven, is that? That's not Pennsylvania, is it? PRR, Altoona, shops. These are all words. No, we'll go. We'll Chesapeake and Ohio. Neither of which are New Haven related, I'm pretty certain. But an all aluminium passenger coach. We could just go generic with it, I suppose. Aluminum lightweights. Golden State. Where we got? Chicago, Los Angeles, Kansas City, El Paso. Oh, we go to El Paso. You'll do. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives you 100 capacity. What? Really? Yes, it does. In that case, let's go 1, 2. So that's, what, 7? 8? 8? 8 feels good. Really? You don't want to go 10? I mean, that's a lot of capacity you'll have there. I don't really want to go 10, if I'm honest with you. But I will stop debating it in about 5 seconds. 160 is a lot. No, we're going to go 10. Stuff it. We're going to try and make this the train of the future-ish. Clone it. 1, 2. Yeah, that's lots. Sioux Falls, Brussels, please. Activate. All right, good. There we go. Pff, crikey. Okay. You had better make me money. No pressure, just threats. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's rolling. Good. Okay, now I do need to do some track upgrades because the old school track really lops things off. But I'll do that later because now we're going back to the scoreboard. Wellington has only got 1. Barcelona's only got 1. And Barcelona is the cause of all of this flipping drama. Right. So we're going to go for Wolverhampton. We'll stop off at this this slightly bigger Dortmund alternative here. Right, I could put it. Well, don't just talk about it, do it. All right, now we can go electric here, but I am going to need to plumb in an electric depot somewhere. No idea. Right, Wolverhampton. That's a terrible colour. Give me a less terrible colour. Let's go blue. We don't want to duplicate the commuter, so we'll stop off here at the Dortmund Bendy, and then we'll head on down to Barcelona, and then from there we could hit Krakow. But actually, let's knock Shanghai off the list, and then Shanghai is running almost as much. I think Shanghai. What was that taken to? 4 services, 4 platforms. You're done, sunshine. And then back to Barcelona. And then back to Dortmund's split station, which is right there. And then back to Wolverhampton. Right, yeah, I feel good about that. I am going to want to investigate it. That takes Wolverhampton up to 5 services, you know. Oh, yeah. Out of all the services that I killed off, it had the most survivors. Barcelona. Where else did we stop? Dortmund. Okay, good, good. Indianapolis, Krakow, Rill. Well, Rill's its own problem, isn't it? Right, Wolf. 2, Shanghai. Shanghai. Job done. You know what? I think we can go with the local vernacular here and call it wolves. Right. Yeah, okay. Well, that's gone wrong in all the ways. So we're going to need to figure out exactly what we're going to do about that. Let's have a look at the platform assignments that we've already got in position. That's a thing of flipping beauty. It would be if you were running on the right side of the track. Now, the reason it's doing this is obviously because it can't hit the correct platform. No, it's decided it wants to go for platform 4 both times as it passes through Barcelona. Well, I'm afraid that's simply not viable. And also, I don't want you going on this one, which is the commuter line. You're going to be stopping every 20 seconds. So, actually, we can fix this by fixing... I'll hold everything. What's the betting? It's Dortmund causing the problem. Don't answer that. It's definitely Dortmund causing the problem because this is a pass-through. Alright, Dortmund's off the menu. Yeah, afraid so. No more Dortmund. Yeah, they see that, fixed it. Pretty much immediately as well, which is, you know, disconcerting. Now, you don't need to do that, though, do you? Barcelona, Shanghai, Barcelona. Right. Because at the moment, you've got all of the platforms to choose from. So how about you go up on... Ew, okay. You go up on... what's that going to be? 3? No, hold on. You're going to need to go up on 4, which is what you're trying to do now. And then... No. Okay, complicated. Let's have a look at 3. Right, and then let's see what you do when the junction rolls around. Yeah, you see, you tie yourself in knots. And I think that might be a recurring theme. Oh, yeah, look at it. Knots happening. So you go 4, you go 3. How's that? Yeah, okay, that bit worked out. I'm not sure I'm too bothered about this crossing over section we got going on here. The fact that you do it out there, though, it disappoints me, frankly. I'd rather you didn't. So what can we do about that? Well, you could come in on a different line. Because you're just doing it again. No, hold on. That's where it's merging. Look. That's okay. That's allowed. How's about if you go up on... Because I don't want you crossing over unless you absolutely must. This is going to take a while, you know. There's going to be quite a lot of this, and I'll probably deploy a few while you're not watching, just to kind of build things up. But it will give us the opportunity for a handsome bit of recap. And of course, all the while the clock is rolling, so we're bringing in a bit more cash because we are still a profitable enterprise. What I'd quite like is I'd quite like you out on this one here, which is how's it done that then? Oh, I see. Okay, right. So I do quite like that platform assignment, but I'm just not thrilled about the number of times it crosses over itself. No, and you shouldn't be either. Thank you. Because, you know, it does very much concern me what you think about these things. You know what? I'm going to leave it. The whole point of this section here is for everything to get where it needs to be. If it means that stuff slows down, so be it. Same story is true here. Stuff needs to get to where it needs to get to. Fine. Right, and we will put the... we'll put some... we're going to put British Rail diesel on there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now then, I'm going to take a big risk here, chaps. I'm going to buy some trains, and I'm going to assume you can get to where you need to be. Now, I'm thinking about using the 101, but honestly, this is a slightly longer route, so I'm more inclined to use something a little bit more nippy. We're already using these. The only reason I'm not deploying more of them is the passenger capacity is absolutely lousy. I mean, it's terrible. You have to bolt multiple of them together, and then it just looks a bit weird. No, it doesn't look weird. It just looks wrong, odd, off. Yeah, all those things. Those things that you don't want it to look. That's what it looks. Right, okay, we will go with some of these Class 47s. Or do we want to put the Class 37 in? No, 47. It's all about the 47. And we'll rock that with... the maroon. Right, okay, good. How many stations have you got? You've got those. I think 3 will do the job. I'm just going with 3 quite a lot. Now, fortunately, we've got a selection of maroon coaches to go with this. 160, what's the loco capable of? 153. Perfect! Oh, yes. Oh, we have chosen well. Right, okay, what do we got here? The bow-ended. 1949, Crimson and Cream. Yes. What is it? Is it first class? Is it? What's a bow end coach? That's a braking coach. We'll have one of them. And this one's an RE braking coach for the more religiously inclined. Okay, right. Well, 10 of these. Ooh, steady on. 9 of these. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll stick a brake coach. Oh, front or rear. Okay, well, we'll go with the rear because we're at the rear. That. Okay, this is overkill. Significantly overkill. Because this route previously did not make any money. So I wish you a fond farewell and good hunting there, Wolves to Shanghai. Please make some money. Please, please make some money. Right. Here it comes, look. Very attractive. Most appealing. Happy to see you. Good job, well done. Splendid. Right, okay, that means I've overcounted Dortmund to the tune of 1. So I need to do a service that does Dortmund next. Fine. Okay, well, Wolverhampton is already subscribed, so that's not necessarily what we want to be doing, is it? How about Vancouver? Vancouver's got 2. I don't know where they go to from Vancouver, but it has 2. Who have we got? Where have we got here? Sioux Falls Mainline, Vancouver Wolves, Mountain Delight. So you're going through Rill. Fine. Good. If not better than good. We'll go from... This is going to be an improvised number. You know what? I know. I think I've got a caper. I think I've got an idea. We'll go from Vancouver, because that makes sense. And then we'll hit up Dortmund, because that also makes sense. And then we'll head to Wellington, because I think that's what it did before. And it's a nice long route. So this is a good route for whatever I stick on it to stretch its legs. There you go, down to Wellington. And I believe it may even be electrified all the way. In fact, this is a very long route. So this would suit something decidedly speedy. I'm not entirely sure I've got anything speedy enough to get it done, though. Right. Yeah, okay. You've made life difficult for yourself here. Only because you haven't told it to stop on the way back. There we go. Right. Quite why you've decided that... You know what? I like that platform so much. I'm going to stop at the same side both ways. Try... Where are we looking? 4. And why has that confused you? Because it probably shouldn't have. You can't get out of 4 to where you want to be. This track is very oddly configured. Who set this up? Oh, I did, and it's right. Okay, then. So actually, you want to come in on 4, Dortmund 4, then Dortmund 3 on the way back out. Okay, and you've got a black line here. What's that one all about? What is that one all about? Kill it off. What is it? That would be the shadow. It's called graphics. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Fine. Good. Yep. I'm all about this. This is all going, almost as well as I could have hoped. Right. And then you get back to Vancouver, and hopefully you've only decided you need 1 platform rather than 3 or 4 of them. Good. Right. Now then, let's see if you can find one that's unoccupied. It's very hard to tell. Vancouver is most keen on its pastel colours. Try orange. That looks alright, doesn't it? Although, to be fair, coming in over here would mean you're not using a track that has potentially other services in. So if we set you up on next one along, so try platform, no, next 2 along, try platform 5. There we go. And that way we can run another passing service through Vancouver and nobody will be upset. Okay, cool. This is a good length route. So this is Vancouver. I'm going to write out in full. Yeah, watch me. Wellington. Okay, cool. Now, Dortmund we've already got covered, so this is an extra point for Vancouver, now 3 routes, and an extra point for Wellington, now 2 routes. All right, grand. Super. and smashing. Now, could just be me, but that doesn't look electrified, does it? It just doesn't. So we're looking for another diesel that is... Actually, let's find the fastest diesel we've got and try that. Depot shed number 3 appears to be occupied at the moment, so we'll come out of number 2. Multi-units are always a good way to find something nippy. We've got the Zephyr. It's pretty quick, but it's ancient by this point, and it just looks odd. 160, not fast enough. 160. No, I want quicker. All these are 160. What about this Russian? Nope, 160. Now that is 100 miles per hour. For those of you who trade in such things, have we got anything that goes quicker at the moment other than the stuff we're already running? Because I know the stuff we're already running goes faster. No, there just isn't. There isn't anything that has got the get up and go to give anything a run for its money right now. No, okay, well, in which case it's another Alco, potentially. I don't think I ran any Alcos into... I don't know, maybe we've got a steam... Oh, sharp intakes of breath all round. We got a nippy steam. 160, you see. I'm tempted to use it. 175. Now, steam is supposed to be retired by this point, but frankly, 200 kilometres an hour on this Canadian out of Vancouver, it's happening. Right, you're going to need some coaches that can cope with the breakneck speed that you're going to be pulling. One of these Burlingtons. 180, too slow. Amtrak, no, too slow. It's going to be these... This is going to look very odd, unless I can find something that is a closer fit. I'm not sure I will, you know. Oh, hold on, what have we got here? That's British Rail. You can't use a BR coach with a Canadian train. There may be a Commonwealth connection going on there, but I think people will just kind of go, oh, no, you have pushed us too far. Oh, hold on, Pennsylvania Railroad. Yes, okay, yeah, that'll do it. Or the aluminium lightweight. Or no, not the Milwaukee. All right, Chesapeake and Ohio it is, because we haven't got any of those in service right now. And we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I'm feeling that way inclined. Do you know how many of these we need? That's right, we need 3. Vancouver, Wellington. Good flipping hunting. Yes. Okay, right, that's burned through pretty much all of my budget. I've possibly got enough for one more route. We're going to watch this chap coming out. Now, the only reason this is in service is because it is the fastest thing we've got. The colour scheme unification between the coaches and the train, however, may leave a little to be desired. But I'm sure those passengers on board who are flying around at over 100 miles per hour are going to be deliriously cheerful regardless. What have we got coming out of Sioux Falls at the moment? Not a lot, but you know what? All these trains are starting to look a little bit more modern and a little bit more pacey. Right. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I really shouldn't focus on a steam train, should I? Not at this stage of proceedings. Doesn't it look peaceful when you turn off all of the gubbins? What's going on in Barcelona? Since you were the flipping thing that caused all of this in the first place. No, it wasn't me. It was you. Well, the Shanghai Wolverhampton has picked up exactly where it left off, which is delightful to see. 30 passengers waiting. Jolly good. Jolly good. Meanwhile, the commuter is pretty much packed out. Now, I said we needed to make these a bit bigger, didn't I? There were 400 people waiting, so we were running these triples. Let's up it to a 6. 234 passengers. Replace now. Make it so. There you go. Well, that's wiped me out. So whether I wanted to stop now or not, I'm stopping now. because I just wiped out all my cash. That's what I was waiting for. There we go. Enjoy the new reality of slightly higher speed goods delivery on the international. And I think that could make quite a big difference to overall earning. Let's have a quick look at the profit graph. I'm 300 million in debt this year. Now, I have spent 357 million, which maybe means that I was 57 million in profit. Could be. We made 111 million a couple of years ago, but only because I sold 100 million quid's worth of trains. It's going to take a little while to shake down, is my estimate. Especially if these new services decide that profit really isn't for them, and that really they only exist to take in the scenery and more. Someone said that the coal train needs updating. Well, I'd do it now, but I appear to be all out of cash, dear boy. You're not wrong. It does need updating. I've got a lot of updating to do, but what I'm desperately hoping is that I can make these new services profitable, and then as we build them out, I want to use a lot of this track that I've potentially bankrupted myself over. Anyway, there you go. 153 passengers on board there, and that will be because it just transitioned or transitioned. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll try and find something new. Find me one of the one of my sporty trains, please. Anything? No. Because I've got the icons turned off, we're just going to have to spot one manually. Here we go, look. Trundling down at a good 70 kilometres an hour slower than it's capable of. I've been Colonel Failure. I'm going to upgrade the track while I talk to you. Yeah, you blow your whistle, man. In the next episode, it's going to be a lot like this episode. For those of you who have historically drawn up track plans and maps, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to suggest a route. You kind of know where everything goes, so let me know where you think we should expand to. Everyone's set that on to keep. Yeah, that's a smart move. Yeah, so let me know. Hold on, something's broken. Real freight bulk. What's your problem? What's the trouble? You can't, could not connect all the stations? But I was just fiddling with track near there. Detroit branch to Real North. What? That don't even make no sense. Okay, yes it does. That's coming in here. Yes. Okay. But I just... What? I don't think I even did anything. I'm somewhat certain that I didn't break that. Let's follow it along and find a bit where I broke it. You shouldn't be having a... The following lines report problem. Well, okay, yes, they clearly do. It's going to be an electrification thing, isn't it? I mean, that's the only thing that I was fiddling with just then. I was high speeding, and I was doing a little bit of electrification, but not near Grand Junction. Or was I? Maybe I was. Who knows? I was near Grand Junction. I've broken this bit. This is the bit that's broken. Right. There you go. How's that? Better? Oh, now it's saying it doesn't have electrification. Electrification, yes. Track, yes. Have I missed a bit here? Train 96. Hello. Where are you going? You would very much like to be going... I don't know where the accents come from. Going back the other way. All right. Well, I'll make that happen. Just for you. Let me know when you've got electricity again, and then I can complete my my wrapping up of the show. Which is what I was all about there. I better not be de-electrifying all of this. I'm pretty sure I'm not. But, you know, you can't rule anything out. Well, no, I've run out of money. Oh, no! Well, it was just the end of the month. These things happen. Right, okay. Maybe it's now working and all I need to do is tell it to turn around. There is that. Try this. Maybe that worked? Don't really know. But hey, the more we carry on with this, the more of a mess I'm making of it. This is quite surprising, because I thought we were getting somewhere, and then I had a fit of madness, sold all my trains, and now here we are. I think I sold about 40 odd trains, and now I appear to have about 6. That's not true. I think we deployed, what did we deploy? 9? 12? 12, surely. I would never get away with just 9. 12 trains, 12 brand new trains, to replace many that were missing before. How dare you make such a glorious noise for the first time, having clearly been in operation for ages, and me being completely oblivious to your existence? Goodness me! Well, you're a sight for sore eyes there, Brussels, Vancouver, Grand Junction West. Well, I'm going to finish with this. Yeah, there we go. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe, like, post a comment, let me know a route that you'd quite like to see happen. Don't tell me the junction doesn't work. I know it's got problems, but we will iron those out over time together. I will catch up with you very soon. I'm trying to get a good Colonel cam going here, but I suspect we're about to stop. There's another steam train, look. Anyway, I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio!